On this edition of Street Kung Fu, we're going to go over one of my favorite topics, trapping, how to do it, and what people think it is and are getting wrong. Stick around. What's going on, YouTube fam? This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here, coming at you once again for Street Kung Fu with my assistant as always, Isaac Jones. And today we're going to touch on a subject of trapping. Now, this is a notion that's, misunderstood all over the combat community, even though it's in every combat system known to man. And the reason for this is, the correlation between Wing Chun Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do and trapping, and the most common comment is always going to be, oh, trapping doesn't work. How am I going to get my hand in there and trap these people and blah, blah, blah. Now, when they look at certain training methods, such as the ones in Wing Chun and also in Jeet Kune Do, the base of Jeet Kune Do anyway, they're always looking at trapping as, starting off from here like Bruce did with O'Hara in Enter the Dragon, and they start from here in what's called wrist against wrist or Sao Kun Sao position here, and then he does this and all this, and he starts going. Now, with that said, we do train that a lot, all right? Now, when I say train that a lot, I don't mean that specific pattern of techniques, but we do in our Chi Sao, okay, where we start getting here, doing that, trap, so on and so forth. Now, I want to specify, trapping is just that, trapping. Now, if you bring this into other actions that are partaken in the world, such as hunting and stuff like that, when you lay a trap, whether it's, a bear trap or whatever, a tripwire trap, military booby traps, whatever, you're setting a trap, okay? That is the essence of trapping, and it's no different in martial arts, especially not in Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, any other Kung Fu system, any other karate systems, any other systems, period, okay? Trapping is trapping. If you're gonna sit here and say, oh, well, I fight for real, trapping isn't what we do, we just get it in, then you're an idiot, because you're going to lose to the guy who's actually training, no matter the system, and is learning how to trap you one way or another, okay? A trap could be from this distance, or this distance, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. A boxer traps people, all right? If you think about it, if I get in and we're boxing and then we get into the clinch in boxing, where you're trying not to let them get in tight, this is a trap, all right? You trapped. It's sprung. As soon as you let go, you got to let go clean in boxing, all right? In Muay Thai, you get in here and you're plumb clinched. That's a full-on completed trap, all right? You got the plumb clinch in, you start kneeing, you start doing all that. Same with K1 systems, Sanda systems, so on and so forth. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, need I say more? You're consistently trapping. Similar systems such as Russian Sambo, Swai Jiao, Judo, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido, stuff like that. Systems that a lot of people are balking at. I can't even count how many times I've heard people say, oh, Aikido doesn't work, or karate doesn't work, or this. It's not the system that doesn't work. It's a practitioner. Period. I don't care what system you're doing. If you come across a combat efficient practitioner of that system, then he's going to get it in. He's going to get down. You're going to fight. You're going to have a fight on your hands. Whether you win or lose is completely up to whoever's better on the day. And this is coming from a guy who's been training martial arts forever and a day. And every true combat sport veteran or military combat veteran or whatever will always tell you it all happens in the moment. Everything else is just prep work to get there. Okay? You know, you don't go into an MMA cage knowing what you're doing without training. You don't go into a kickboxing ring without training. You don't go into combat, military combat without training. You know, and even with the training, you get there and it's chaotic. Your job is to control the chaos. That's it. All right. So with trapping, going back to it in the Wing Chun Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do mindset, right? Trapping, you know, first of all, even though you see us train in this particular stance, or one of my pet peeves is seeing people that stay in this neutral position throughout the entire practice. You know, you're sitting there and you can demo from here. Okay, let's get this out of the way. You can demo from here, but if you do not slice the pie and get your position proper, all right, one foot in front of the other, you're not going to fight properly from here, all right, because you're too broad, all right. When I mean broad, I mean your shoulders are just too wide out, you know, your hips are too wide out. This is fair game for somebody who knows how to attack this specific mindset of fighting, okay. This is not, you know, the age of swords and staffs anymore. I mean, we're talking about people who will walk up on you with a knife, with a gun, whatever. All right, and you're not going technically, you're not going kung fu against kung fu anymore. You're going kung fu versus MMA, boxing versus kickboxing. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu versus the other. You know, it doesn't matter which one it is. All right, you're going into a melting pot of mindsets when it comes down to combat. All right, now if you're standing here like this training, that's fine depending on who your teacher is. I trained this way too for many years with my shoulder width apart, so on and so forth. I have not adapted, but chose to follow, you know, the arrow stance position from Wing Chun as well, which it's a position in every system, you know. It's just a forward stance, whether you're a boxer with the heel up, whether you're a Muay Thai fighter with your foot bouncing in the front, it doesn't matter, all right? It's the same stance. It's universal, you know, so stop trying to take ownership, you know, all you, I mean, ain't no other way to say it, all you wannabes in the martial arts community who swear they know everything and have never put anything into practice, cut it out. We fight. That's what we're here to do. Whether you're doing stunt work, fight choreography, you're putting your skills to use, you got to move your body. Whether you're boxing, you got to move your body. Whether you're kickboxing, you know, you got to move your body. Move your Muay Thai, whether it's jiu-jitsu, MMA, it doesn't matter. Stop trying to say, well, that's all from here. The literal translation of the word kung fu or kung fu is great skill through hard work. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you put that hard work in to build that great skill, that is your kung fu, period. Whether you're a teacher, a barber, a doctor, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Everything else is the system. All right, so you got Yang style Tai Chi or Wing Chun or Wing Xiang or Wing Xiang, however you want to pronounce it. You know, I love hearing, especially in the Wing Chun community. Public service announcement. Take the stick out of your ass, okay? The art belongs to the world. None of you are authentic. Let's get that out of the way. Stop watching, you know, Ip Man movies, Donnie Yen movies, and listening to these guys going, that's not authentic Wing Chun. Your Wing Chun's not authentic. Okay, no matter where you learned it from. Because unless you were around 500-600 years ago when it was created, it's not authentic. You are using an amalgamation of what the original was to whatever it evolved to. All right, so let's get that out of the way. This is one of my pet peeves because this is the system that I teach my students in order to certify them if they want to instruct as well as mixing in a whole plethora of others that I've touched over the years in order to give them more well-rounded combat methodologies for the street and wherever else they want to use it. You know, my students, they got to get into the ring, all right? They got to put the work in here, pressure test it in here before they ever get it into the ring, you know? So it's not like we don't actually get it in in order to make sure it works. You know, am I saying we're the best in the world? No. What I'm saying is that in order to be proficient at what you need to do, you got to put it to work. All right? Steel sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron, however you want to say it. All right? We make each other better, and that's it. So take the stick out of your ass and stop with the, it's not real, it's not authentic, blah, blah, blah. My master is bigger than yours is. You sound like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard. Cut it out. Okay? All right, so back to trapping. All right, so if I do wrist against wrist position and I do, you know, pak da, and I want to trap. There, the trap is set. All right? The trap is set because now his arm is above this arm. Doesn't mean I have to make him physically touch his other arm. All right? That means it's set. It's in position for the trap to be sprung. So once I go from here, go back please, there you go. Once I go from here, all right, as soon as I drop, all right, I go boom. The trap's set. I've already switched, all right? So now when I want to spring this trap, I turn him. I don't necessarily have to push it into him. I turn him. Lift your arm. Boom. All right. Try to get it around it. All right. So the trap is sprung. All right. You take it from, you know, a jiu-jitsu mindset when you get into this particular aspect and you go from here. All right. The trap is sprung. I made him jump high and I went low. That's the trap. Period. You know, if I go boxing and I touch, all right, and then boom, there's the trap. He falls into the trap because he reaches back out, okay? So if you're talking about contact trapping with what Wing Chun is proficient in, contact trapping, and we're here, and he throws that punch, boom. That first one, boom. If he blocks, boom, boom, there's a trap. I'm thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead, if not 5. I'm trying to get to here or here. I'm trying to hit him in the face. So in my mind, I have to create a trap in order to get there. It doesn't matter if I start from here, using the boxing mentality again, jab, jab, jab. I'm trying to touch his face. All right, I'm trying to touch up there. He's not gonna let me, not gonna let me. There, the trap in my mind has sprung because now he just did it again and that's what I was waiting for. Boom, I hit. There's a trap, all right? If he goes to punch at me, there's a trap, all right? Because I'm here, my hands are right here. He makes contact, the trap is sprung. I turn him in, come down, boom. You know, trapping is a very, very wide open subject in all martial arts. You know, in my mind, trapping is literally setting a trap and springing it. You know, if their hands get trapped in the process, fine. That's the literal trap. He's trapped. Plural. Or past tense. Sorry, not plural. Past tense. He's trapped. That's it. Trap sprung. Now I can do whatever I want and hit him there. But until then, I have to spring the trap. If I tap here, that hand starts to move. My trap's already started. Boom. Now he's fully trapped. Okay? If he tries to go for my waist, boom, he's trapped. One of the easiest traps in all grappling, guillotine. He goes for the legs, he's got to spread his arms. I get up under his neck, going past his shoulder here. Okay? And then I come under here, I grab my own arm, right? Lock it into place as high as I can get it, and then I start lifting, all right? And I'm underneath his chin, going into his Adam's apple, all right? His arm's in my way, that's fine. I keep it close. If I need to, I push his arm out of the way and sink it even deeper. This is actually what you want. You want this part. If his hand's in the way, you can still make it work. I like to lift, make them panic, and start moving that arm so that when he panics enough to move that arm, I slip past it. And then I really sink a guillotine, okay? Which is literally getting my arm under his neck, grabbing basically my own bicep, locking it into place if I can. If not, grabbing that crook of my arm on my forearm, tightening up as hard as I can, bringing his head close to my body, as you can see, all right? And then lifting. That's it, okay? It's a trap, and he's in it now. Now I just have to finish it. I have to close the trap. That's it. So when you're practicing and you're focusing on trapping, all right? In Wing Chun, you know, we use Chi Sao, which means sticking hands. So when we use Chi Sao, this is actually helping us refine our contact sensitivity. This is not sparring, okay? Contact sensitivity. I'm learning how to move around his body, or should I say his arms, find different places for me to get into where I can take my eyes off him, look at you guys, and still pull it off. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm here, still pull it off. It doesn't matter because it's building contact sensitivity. In advanced levels, we do this blindfolded, okay? For that reason, not to show how mystical we are or how kung fu-y we are. It's to show you that it can be done as long as you focus on that contact, okay? That's it, the contact, all right? So focus on the contact, focus on the actual trap in trapping, okay? Not the, you know, the context of the word, all right? Just focus on trapping. Boom, boom, that's one. Look, trap's done. Boom, all right? We're here. Other side, please. One, all right? Now I go to the inside. That hand's gonna start coming up, all right? As it comes up, oh, look, I trapped him again. All right, so trapping can be done in various ways. I can do all that and then go for his legs. I can do all that and trap something completely different. I can trap his head, trap his neck, trap a finger, okay? If he punches, you know, boom, I hit. Here's a trap, look, 1, 2, all right? I trap here, okay? And then I recoil back out. As he's going back out, I can turn, all right, and gooseneck his arm and trap him again, all right? Switch sides, do it again, and get really intricate if I wanted to. But let's face facts. In a combat situation, I want to get in, get out, go. So if I'm trapping him, I'm trapping his movement. I want to restrict his movement so I can do what I have to do and get out of there, all right? I hope that made sense. All right, I tried to explain it as best I can. If you guys want me to get into more detail, by all means comment below. Let me know what subject you want me to touch on. All right, it doesn't have to be just Wing Chun, guys. Fortunately, I've been blessed where I've been able to touch hands with a lot of martial artists over the years. I've been able to train in other systems over the years, and hopefully I have some experiences that can help you grow from your experiences, all right? So by all means, comment below, you know, hit that like button, help me out. Let's kick that algorithm in, all right? If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. You know, it's still the same, you know, it's interaction. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. That means, all right, if this subject matter, you didn't like it, all right, I'll touch on something else. And we'll keep going and keep going and keep going, all right? So like, share, subscribe, above all, hit that bell notification so we can let you know when a new video is up and running. And then from here on out, keep you apprised of everything we do, all right? So just to let you guys know, we broke 1,000 subscribers not too long ago. We're actually up at 1,200, which it's skyrocketed, guys, and I appreciate all your support, all your love and support. Keep it going, and hopefully we can share everything we do with a lot more people around the world. All right, so as always, train diligently. Sifu Jimmy Manfredy, Isaac Jones, we out of here.